non-stop. Speaking for people who are looking for a little bit more of a break.
You can now commute to work and have that counted as your work hours in the UAE. So whether you live one metro stop away or all the way in Sharjah, there are some cases where commuting to work can be considered work hours. So under the Federal Decree Law number 33, Article 17, it states that commuting from an employee's residence to work shall not be counted as a part of their working hours except for these circumstances.
So there are circumstances, so please take note. The article says that the conditions include bad weather and responses to any warnings issued by the National Centre of Meteorology regarding weather changes and conditions, which, by the way, I follow their Twitter account, there are quite a few. Or if the time spent by the employee in the means of transport provided by the employer in the event of a traffic accident or emergency. And lastly, if the parties expressly agree on this in the employment contract. So that is key. So if you already have a contract right now, everything we've said does not fly. However, your next contract, you could say, look, I'm going to commute for this amount of time. Can I get that putting into my working hours? It has to be an agreement between the employer and the employee. They may not have heard of this, so it could be new to them. So you could give them the article to show them.
Article 17, number 33.
Well done. I can never remember numbers like that. I'd be like, the article that we just said.
But the level of consideration is amazing because it's true. Like the people in this office too that used to come all the way from Sharjah, they'd have to wake up super early. And it's just stuff like that. I'd feel bad, you know, like I'm 10 minutes away. It's not that big of a deal. And also weather considerations, especially here. So that's basically force majeure, right? Where it's an act of God, basically, so it's out of your control. So it's circumstances that we have no control over, and I don't know. I love that because obviously our streets aren't made for the weather, or like we're used to the heat. The country's built based on the fact that we live in a desert, so stuff like that is worth considering, and it's amazing that it has been taken into consideration for these circumstances.
We've had very few rain days in the last year or two. Like I remember when I was teaching, every year there'd be like 2 or 3 big days when it was like floods.
And no one would come in, even if school was still happening. No one would come in because it would be dangerous.
My school was like, yes, I think it's a good idea for the kids to come, and then it would be 11 o'clock, and they'd be like, okay, let's send them home, and you'd be like, there'd be floods coming in the school, and I'd be like picking up the kids to like move across the playground.
3 kids on your back through a floody room.
I wish I was like that.
But yeah, but now that these laws are put in place, we're good.
Yeah, but look, a reminder. Yes, it is possible to add it to your contract, but it will be a conversation. And it's also the type of thing that if you're in a large organization and then people come forward and they're like, we need to change our contract, it would take a long time, I think, for this process to be approved. I believe that is it for us on the Lovin Dubai show. If you're watching on Instagram, please jump onto Facebook right now. We said earlier in the show we were sitting down with Sajith, who's an incredible local hero. He is a person of determination who has just been approved a personal trainer license. But as well as that, his story is just unbelievable. We had goosebumps. Like we had him on the show, and then we were like just chatting to him after. Like everything he says is so inspiring.
He speaks in quotes. He's an inspiration,
but in a very authentic, like chill, nice guy way. I kind of get over it. Like he was just incredible. I was like, I feel so honored to have met him, and we'll 100% be following more of his story because we feel like he's a person that you need to be aware of. We'll get inspiration from him daily. Guys, that is it from me
and me.
Thank you for coming in today, Sheikh.
Thank you for having me. Thanks guys for having me.
Guys, stay tuned. Sajith is going to be with us right after this.